getting angry, always, if I get angry also, even if I'm very luxurious life, I don't feel happy, then also sometimes I'm very lucky, very beautiful, very rich, but I feel jealous, I feel jealous. If I'm jealous, even though I have a lot, I still feel jealous and I cannot be happy, So, I think my, practice of, just accumulating merit for myself, this life, and, I think it's not enough, Now I need to do something so that, from now on, that I don't feel this, suffering from jealousy, I don't feel this suffering from, attachment, I don't feel that, this is my anger, this is my uncontrollable anger, which is giving me so much, the suffering. And the attachment, like attachment means, like let's say, for example, you can, I always say attachment and having wealth is very much different, Attachment means, when you have, for example, somebody gives you a watch or something, and then, you immediately, few seconds before it is somebody else, you don't worry about it. The moment it comes to you, you feel this is mine, and strong attachment to it. Then after a few days, you give it to somebody else, then your mind, you let go, But then, so that from the watch point of view, nothing has changed. But from you, you have depending on how grasping you are, So, like maybe thinking like, I think that a lot of fame and a lot of wealth, and these are very, especially now, with the financial crisis in the world, it's, I think, very impermanent, I think it's okay to have wealth, but why be so attached about it, Like it's okay to, have a nice car, but if I'm so worried about my car, it's getting scratched, getting this thing, if just for my car I cry, so, really, I don't think I should be, this is not the, the happiness that I should be seeking. I should be seeking something that is more permanent, something where my, the samsaric things, all the things in the samsara are impermanent. Pleasure that it gives a very short time, but for this I have to do a lot of work, a lot of effort. So now I have to go something beyond this, When you think like that, that's the time, you can call yourself, the Hinayana or the Theravada part, That's the time when you take refuge also, you will not be saying to Buddha, please give me long life, or, wealth, or like this thing. You will be saying to Buddha, Buddha, I take refuge in you, because I want to be free from this samsara, Because even if I have everything also, I'll still be unhappy, still be unhappy. So now I have to go beyond samsara, totally free from samsara, So that's the time when you can call yourself, Theravada or Hinayana path.
那么一般来讲的话呢，在我们的心中呢，常常会觉得说，我已经修了很多的法，聚集了很多的福德之粮。那么事实上呢，佛法呢，在我们的心里面呢，不单单只是说，我们常会觉得说，我们因为有做的这样多的事情了，可是呢，常常即使我修了很多的法，聚集很多的功德来讲的话，还是心里呢觉得不满足，心里呢并没有快乐。那最主要的原因呢，就是我们还是内心深处呢，还是常有的很多的执着。那么除了呢是对于这个财富上的执着之外呢，我们有时候呢还会对于家庭的执着。有的人呢，可能呢是对于家庭呢非常的依赖。那么也有人呢，可能家庭的当中的分子呢，甚至于说反目成仇，或者是说呢，有人反而杀生或杀害了其他的人。那最主要的原因呢，我们也没有呢去反观自省，看看我自己呢是生气的，到底是为什么生气的理由。这个时候呢，又变成了另外一种的执着，常常很多的执着的产生，而我们内心呢并没有自觉，或者是说呢，我们虽然呢这个时候呢，虽然是富有。当然是富有是好的事情，可是呢，反而有时候呢，也让我们并不快乐。那么这个时候呢，我们就要去想说，为什么我会不快乐呢？最主要原因呢，还是因为呢有这个执着的产生，而我们又常常呢是受限在这个执着当中，而常常的受苦。可能就是因为我们的嫉妒，而我们受苦在这个嫉妒里面；可能是因为我们的无明，而使得我们在这个无明里面受苦，或者是我们的嗔恨，使得我们在这个嗔恨里面受苦。那有的人呢会认为说呢，那么虽然呢给予我们很多的这些名闻利养，但是呢，我们呢并不能够满足。假设呢这样的执着呢是怎么样的产生呢？他的心理意向又是如何呢？假设有人呢给你一个手表， 那当你呢一开始一刹那你拿到这个手表的时候呢，刚开始也许你并不觉得担心，但是慢慢的呢，你开始呢对你这个表呢产生了执着。可是等到你呢后来你再过了几天之后，当你再把这个表呢再去送给人家的时候呢，你对这个表一开始呢有点觉得不舍，可是久了一段时间之后呢，你又对这个表呢又放下了。这个时候你就可以感受到说自己呢新的意向呢对这个执着的这个产生。所以即使是我们世间上的名闻利养来讲的话呢，当然富有是很好的一件事情，可是当你富有之后，有了财富之后呢，你的心呢也开始呢受到它的影响，也开始去担心等等的。那么生活上面呢并不见得会对我们的生活呢是有所帮助的。那么最重要的是说，我们生活上面所要追寻的并不是这些无常的东西，这些呢都是属于轮回的东西。如果说我们对于它所执着的时候呢，相反的呢，它反而是让我们升起了很多的执着。如果我们对于它这样子能够放下的话呢，我们才能够说我们开始成为在同时是皈依之后呢，我们才可以称为说我们开始是一个属于小乘法门里面的弟子。那么皈依佛之后呢，让我们能够追随佛法，那我们才能够慢慢的对这些轮回的东西呢能够远离，而能够对这些对这些轮回的事情呢开始升起这样的出离心之后呢，我们才能够开始说我们真正的才开始进入小乘的法门的状况。
So then you can call yourself, I am a Theravada practitioner, or Hinayana, you can say. These are all the steps, There's no shortcut to Vajrayana, I mean, there isn't. Even some people say, that because of, if you read the stories, sometimes you see some people directly practice Vajrayana and get enlightened. That is because in their past life, they practiced the Theravada, and the correct view, Theravada, Mahayana, and then Vajrayana. Now there is, like a image, without going through these understandings of the, for example, if you want to go to the third floor, you have to go through the ground floor, first floor, second floor. If you don't do that, then it will not be it's not possible, So anyway, then when you yourself feel renunciation for the samsara, then when you begin to understand that through the teachings, of course, these are mental developments, People call it, you can call it enlightenment, small enlightenments, These are, when you understand a little bit first, that's small enlightenment. Then again, these are called enlightenment. Complete enlightenment is Buddha, Buddha doesn't necessarily mean somebody wearing yellow colored and light shining. It means someone who understands completely, who has a complete understanding. There's no misunderstanding at all. So anyway, through the teachings, you develop through the teaching and applying what teaching to your life, you develop the practice. So anyway, when you reach the point where you think that that yes, I similar as that that I think all the sentient beings are also like me. They also, I think, do not wish to. The moment I always teach my friends that whenever we see, this is something I repeat often, whenever we see a person, usually we always say that we always put our image on them, saying this is a Asian, this is a Japanese, a Westerner, this people. Then also we divide into which district, from the South Taiwan, North Taiwan, Central, then slowly we into the whether we are related to us or not. Like this, we put so much of, mask on other people. Or this is this is a rich, this is a famous, this, we have so much of outside image, So from the practice point of view, the moment you see somebody, before you, all these things you think about, first thing you have to think is, here is somebody, who is like me, who also wants to be happy, who doesn't want to be suffering the way I don't want to be, when you think like that, then this, right now when we think somebody is very, something powerful or something like that, either we have hope or we have fear, Whenever there's a hope and fear, suffering is already there, definitely, Hope and fear, comes, together with the suffering, So then, then we relate to it.